asked Brian Burns to describe you yesterday. Did you hear what he told me?
I did hear. I did hear.
Okay. Do you want me to repeat? Because I want to know your reaction. He said that you're humble, but you know that you're the shit. So is that an accurate description of you?
I personally, personally, I don't know if I can view how I'm perceived. Brian, Brian's super cool to work with. Him allowing me and welcoming me here. Being a leader, being a veteran coming in and showing me the love that he has, and that's really been from everyone on the team in the locker room. I'm really grateful just to be embraced like I have. I'm super grateful to be a part of this team. I'm learning a lot every day. I'm trying to do everything I can to help the team. For me, that's really what I'm focused on.
Do you think that though there's a quiet confidence about you that people may not see on the outside looking in?
I don't really know how other people necessarily perceive me or what people may think. For me, I think confidence is something you earn, and I show up every day. I think right now is when, as a team, as a group, we try to earn that confidence. We earn that trust in one another. Because you need that for the season. So I think that's something that we're still building on. I'm building on. I think that those are a big part of OTA is going to be a big part of training camp to establish that trust, that confidence that we have in one another, and that's a process. So I feel like for me, I try to attack that every day. Do things us as a unit, me individually, try to instill trust and confidence in one another. So I think that's a big goal for us.
Bryce, you seem really comfortable right now. Is there a particular moment since you've gotten here where you feel like, oh, I'm locked in now? Anything that's happened or any relationship you've built?
I think for me the mentality's been the same. For me, I want to again. There's a lot I want to continue to improve on. I want to do everything I can to help the team. But I think just being embraced by the locker room, that means a lot to me. There's a lot of guys here that have had a lot of success, played a lot of snaps at NFL football, and them, welcoming me, who's never played a snap before, trying to prove himself and trying to do everything he can to help the team. Them embracing me and all the rookies, all the free agents, all the guys that are new here. It's a new group, but it doesn't feel like it in the locker room. It doesn't feel like it in the huddle. I think we've just all grown more comfortable with one another. There's still a lot of stuff we want to iron out, stuff we want to improve on and get better at. But I think we've just been able to lean on each other for that.
You mentioned minicamp and OTAs being a time to build everybody up. Does the bring you down part kind of build you down? Does that happen in Spartanburg a little bit? Is that the next step of really kind of chipping away at some things?
Well, I haven't been yet, so I guess we'll see. I think from what I've been able to observe is, we rely on each other and lean on each other to pick each other up, and I think it's great because we all have a group in a locker room that holds each other, that we hold ourselves accountable. If when we mess up or we don't do things the right way, I think it's great to see we're the first people to be hard on ourselves, to hold ourselves accountable. We're not just if things don't go well, it's not just whatever, is coach going to get on me, how is someone going to yell. We're the first to to react, to try to want to be better. So I think it's great to be able to be in a locker room to where first and foremost, we hold ourselves accountable. We look in the mirror first. And then I think because of that, us all kind of having that mentality, we can lean on each other to pick each other up. We can see someone and we know that they care enough to, when something happens, that they're upset or they're mad themselves. We know that. So we don't have to I don't feel like we have to supplement it. We have to try to, manufacture anger. We have that drive within, which is a great locker room to be a part of. So for us, I feel like as a team, we just lean on each other to pick each other up and try to move towards that collective goal.
Right. With that said, this phase is sort of kind of like learning how to practice for training camp. With that said, what's your outlook towards mistakes from a learning standpoint?
Yeah, mistakes are going to happen, but that doesn't mean we have to be, satisfied with it. We understand, it's a tough game. On offense, we're going up against a great defense every day. And vice versa, we try to challenge ourselves. We understand the competition that happens. So we understand that mistakes are going to be made, but, we don't get complacent in that. When those happen, we try to address them. We try to get better at them. Just because we know it's going to happen doesn't mean that, we can't have urgency about it. I think, like you said, mistakes are going to come, and, definitely hasn't been a perfect OTAs for anyone, for any unit, for any individual. But we understand that that's going to be the case. But, again, at the same time, it's on us to hold ourselves accountable. The coaches do a great job of holding us accountable, us going back, watching the tape, learning about it, talking about it, and then, we try to do what we can to avoid those mistakes moving forward.
Do you have kind of a personal timeline or schedule?
When you had the pass batted down, it dropped your head like you were talking to yourself. So what were you thinking or saying?
Yeah, I mean, incomplete pass. Again, another one of those mistakes that we all have. As the goal is, in the red zone to score. Every pass you want to be completed. I'm aware that's not going to happen, but again, I'm not going to be complacent about that. We're all striving for perfection. It's really great to be around a group of guys that feel the same way about it. Just like any other pass, it sucks when it doesn't get completed. But you learn from it and then you move on and, you turn the page and now you have to figure out how to make the next play work.
Do you have kind of a personal timeline or I guess schedule that you have yourself on? And if so, what stage do you feel like you're at right now?
I think for me I'm not huge as far as long-term, goals, long-term checklist or timeline for me. I try to take things day by day, and I base things, day by day off of the people I'm around, off of my coaches, off of my teammates of, what are we going to get better at tomorrow? How did this practice go? What do we want to improve at? What went well that we can stay consistent on? What stuff didn't go as well that we want to improve on? And I think that's a day-by-day thing. I think that changes every day. So for me, I don't think there's a specific, one small detail I'm going to be focused on for a long period of time. Sometimes it ends up like that. Sometimes, it's something that's consistent. It's a recurring theme, and you end up focused on it for a while. But, for me, I take things day by day. I lean on my coaching staff and my teammates to figure out what I got to get better at, what we as a unit have to get better at, and I think that's really a day-by-day reevaluation.
Bryce, what's the biggest difference in you today than a month and a half ago when you walked in the door?
I think really it's just, the comfortability I have, and, big thanks to that goes to my coaching staff, who's just a lot more reps on tape, a lot of great coaching, a lot of understanding, a lot of more time in the system, and, my teammates, again, embracing me, pushing me, holding me accountable. When things go well, we're able to talk about it, see why, and, try to maintain that. When things don't, again, being able to regroup, talk about it. We all take responsibility here. It's a great group of guys that, again, all look in the mirror first, and then we all come together, see what we could have done better, and then we talk about it. I think it's just being able to build time with this coaching staff, with this team, and build a connection. I think I'd say that'd be the biggest thing for me.
In terms of that accountability piece or supporting you piece, has there been one particular teammate that's kind of stood out for kind of embracing you in that way?
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't say one guy just because it's been so strong from everybody. From guys on offense, guys on defense, special teams. Whether it's been my fellow rookie class or the vets that have been here, and for years. Again, it's really been a family environment, a family atmosphere, and I feel like from all angles, all levels, all different positions. I couldn't say one person has been able to stand out because I feel like everyone, us as a family, we've been able to come together. And again, for me being a rookie, this being my first experience in the NFL, I didn't know what it was going to be like. And for this to be what it is, I'm really grateful to be a part of this.
What are your plans for the break? Doing anything fun?
Working out, getting ready, continuing to get ready and try to build sort of the season. And I view that as fun. So.
What's your take on sort of summer strength training? Will you try to add some pounds over the summer, kind of before the grind of an 18-week season?
Yeah, for me, I trust the strength and conditioning staff here. That we have an amazing strength staff who, works very, very. I've had the pleasure to work with and will continue working with throughout the off season. They do a great job here with not just me but everyone on the team. They're sending out plans, they're sending out workouts, and they have a plan for me just like they have a plan for everyone. I'm gonna follow their direction.
Do they or you want to add some pounds before camp, or are you kind of good with where you are?
Yeah, right now, we're finishing out this week. We're doing the stuff we have here, and then they'll send out the stuff for next week. So, I haven't looked at it yet. So, whatever they have, I guess we'll see.
Bryce, at least in the last 2 days, it seems like you've been seeing a lot of 98 in the backfield. I was just curious, what have you taken away from Marquise Haynes during this mini camp?
Yeah, I think he's been great. Like you said, there's a lot of great competition here. So, you see him in the backfield, and it's because we're, it's good on good. It's elite guys going up against each other. countless reps, a ton of reps. Some guys up front on offense are going to win, defense are going to win. And again, we love that. We love the competition here. But obviously it's tough when you have to go against them every day in practice. But on Sundays, it's great knowing that you have a guy like that out there. So I'm super excited for him and for the entire team. We compete and we go after it a little bit while we're out there. But then right after the horn's blown, we bring it up. We're all family again, and we all root for each other. So we're out there. We want to compete. The offense wants to win every rep, win every drill. But we know right after it's done, we come back. We're able to celebrate each other when we watch the film. And I think that's a great case of that. So I'm super excited for him and for our entire defense.
All right, thanks, Bryce.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Bryce.